World football has been selling us the same lie for years. Stars win trophies, billion-euro transfers, social media follower counts, sponsorship deals, egos filling the headlines before they've even stepped onto the pitch. Then a World Cup final gets played. The greatest footballer who ever lived is out there, and standing across from him is a system built by a man nobody had even heard of 5 years ago. 120 minutes later, that Legends team hadn't managed a single shot on target. Zero. But that isn't even the most striking part. Do you know who actually scored the goals that made Spain world champions? In the round of 16 and in the quarterfinal, a substitute midfielder who came off the bench. In the semi-final, a right back, and in the final, in the 106th minute, another substitute forward off that same bench. Even the 19-year-old marketed as the biggest star of the tournament, Lamine Yamal, barely scored at all. That isn't a coincidence. That's a philosophy, and that philosophy has a name, Luis de la Fuente. If you also believe football is won by intelligent systems like this, rather than inflated egos, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. This man didn't arrive from a giant club, he had no legendary playing career, and the Spanish press mocked him when he took the job, because he wasn't a star, and that is exactly why he was able to build a team that doesn't need stars. The first thing he did was slaughter Spanish football's sacred cow, tiki-taka. Remember that old Spain? 1,000 passes sideways and backwards for 90 minutes, 70% possession, sending opponents to sleep instead of killing them. It was beautiful, yes, but it was a sterile beauty. De la Fuente threw that whole doctrine in the bin with one sentence. If the ball isn't going forward, the ball is going nowhere. In its place, he brought vertical football. The first thing this team looks for, the instant it wins the ball, is forward, behind the opponent's defensive line. No passing for the sake of passing, no rhythm for the sake of rhythm. Every single touch has a purpose. And what makes that verticality possible is how ruthlessly they use the width of the pitch. This is where the famous move comes in. Lamine Yamal and Nico position themselves so wide, they're practically hugging the touchline, and they stay locked onto that lane. The entire team's job is to manufacture one single thing, those two wingers in a 1 versus 1. Because the number of fullbacks on this planet capable of stopping either of those kids alone doesn't fill one hand. Opponents are forced to send help out to the flanks to solve it. And the moment they do, the middle opens up. Then they tuck inside to close the middle, and now the wings become lethal. It's an equation with no solution, and Spain imposed it on every single opponent. And in the center of it all stands the quietest ruler in football, Rodri. Rodri doesn't run, he positions. He reads the pitch like a chessboard. Every pass runs through him. He sets the tempo of every attack. Beside him is Cubarsí, a 19-year-old center-back whose ice-cold line-breaking passes wipe an opponent's entire midfield off the pitch with a single touch. A defender playing more dangerous passes than an attacker is proof of just how deeply this system is built. But the real monstrosity of this machine begins the moment they lose the ball. 3 seconds. On average, they win it back within 3 seconds of losing it. That isn't pressure, that's psychological terror. The opposing player doesn't know what he's going to do before he even receives the ball, because he knows he won't get a single moment to breathe. Being hunted for 90 minutes breaks a footballer's decision-making, and most of Spain's goals were born from exactly those broken decisions. Now look at who this machine crushed in this tournament. Portugal in the round of 16, Belgium in the quarterfinal. In the semi-final, the tournament favorites, the side everyone called unbeatable, France and their billion-euro squad. That match finished 2-0, and France's tactical plan was in the bin by the 22nd minute. And in the final, Argentina, the most gifted attacking line in the world, Messi on the pitch. And in that match, Spain held 68% of the ball, took 20 shots with 11 on target, and won 9 corners. Argentina managed 3 shots in total, and not one of them found the goal. That wasn't a match. It felt like a training session. And here's why this system has no antidote. Play wide and you die through the middle. Play narrow and you die on the wings. Sit deep and that 3-second press means you never escape your own half. All 3 doors are locked. And add this detail on top. Spain committed 21 fouls in that final and didn't receive a single card. That isn't luck, that's discipline. The media manufactures stars. De la Fuente manufactured a machine. And last night, that machine tore apart the star culture football has been selling us for years, right there in the middle of the pitch. So what do you think? Did this team genuinely prove that the future of football is the system, or was this simply one generation's golden age? If you enjoyed this, subscribe. The next one is going to be even better.